Debatable time to go for a big second serve. I got to take a look and see if that pass was in. I'm still not sure it was in. I think they called it out, but let's take a look. No, that was right on the line. Beautiful pass. Fantastic point there by Stefan Edberg.
We're all even. A set apiece. Stefan Edberg and Tim Henman trade tie breaks.
10:30. Okay.
Of course, that's our match tonight. 15 love.
And the one advantage Henman has after dropping that second set, he take a little pressure off himself. It wasn't as good a lob as Edberg threw up. We talk about a guy who's eager on the return. We should take an ISO of. He does that just so he doesn't get flat foot. He likes to have his weight moving. Well, Bill, I'm glad he won that point because that's the fewest amount of. He barely moved his feet that point.
Well, the crowd doesn't like it, but there won't be any argument from Edberg. Let's take a look at that patented footwork from Stefan Edberg. So Edberg holds it low. This kind of reminds me, at least at the moment, of one of those prize fights that, you know, in the middle rounds, there's not a lot of action. Guys are sort of saving themselves for the stretch run as we look at our match update. Those break opportunities. Wide.
Clearly not been able to take advantage of their opportunities. Big forehand from Tim Henman there. Remember, Edberg served for the first set, unable to capitalize. Now they seem to have settled down into a better serving rhythm, at least.
Well, obviously, neither player
coming through. Easy game there for Tim Henman.
Third set, 2-1. We're going to be extending our allotted time to bring you the conclusion of this match here on the stadium between Stefan Edberg and Tim Henman.
The forehand volley, 40-30 now. And once again, another easy service game. You know, you talked earlier, is this something that players can learn? The ability, guys that can put it away. That's what you find out who the great players are. think Henman thought that ball was on. Perfect example is Vince Spadia. He's clearly got a better forehand than Edberg.
I'm mentioning Sampras. I mean, nowhere was that more evident than Paris when he had to play
Take
those
a look at his
3-5
forehand,
setters.
Tim Henman, beautiful stroke. He hits it pretty wide open, though. A la the clay court specialist. And that's a champion right there. That's a champion on champion. Bouguerin, two-time French winner, beating him on clay. Courier as well, a couple times at the French. Angle. Well, he had plenty of time, but he waited to prepare too long. Didn't take that racket back early enough. Take a look at Tony Picard.
And that streak continues. I believe 0 for 16.
Hey, this is a frustrating match for both players. And Tim Henman and also the veteran Stefan Edberg.
Edberg forced to guess.
Well, Edberg was forced to guess, so Henman went right up the middle. There was another option. Fake, you were going to go one way or the other, not move at all, but between the legs itis at the U.S. Open. Seen a number of players try that. Very low percentage and highly dangerous.
Take another look at this.
He could have run that down and thrown up a lob is what he should have done. But he went for the spectacular one.
That was fairly spectacular. The sixth ace. Well positioned. Back to deuce.
You could just sense Henman hoping that ball would go long, or women's for that matter.
Well, that was an outstanding point for Tim Henman. He just hung in there and showed a lot of patience.
He's starting to pick it up and go for a little bit more. Look at Edberg, head dragging, maybe a little bit fatigued there. Edberg with a good lob, a defensive lob that forced Henman back, and Henman regrouped, put away that easy volley. At the moment, Henman's the one that looks a little bit tighter, and Stefan Edberg the one that looks slightly more fatigued at the moment. Really struggling at the moment.
Skids off the line. Edberg has no chance.
I'll tell you, Henman made a great adjustment there because Edberg hit a nice looking return cross court, but Henman didn't take the big swing. Watch what he does right here. Takes a short backswing, just guides it up the line, doesn't go for too much, just clips just inside the line. Edberg looking for that second wind.
Henman survives the scare. Holds for 3-2.